alaikum. So today I'm making red lentils to stay in tradition with my simple cooking. And I'm going to add this in, then I'm going to add in water and I'm going to put some spices in. Okay, so I've washed the red lentils, rinsed it out and then put in water, and I'll put the measurements down below. I'm putting in level tablespoon of basal, quarter tablespoon of paprika and quarter tablespoon of salt. If I need any more, I'll put it at the bottom. Bismillah. Mix that in and I'm going to let it come to the boil, and when it comes to the boil I'll put it on a lower heat. There's two ways of making this. My mom used to make it in a different way. She used to do the tadka first, then add the water in, let it come to a boil and put the lentils in. And my in-laws, we've always been doing it this way. It is really, really tasty, so I'm going to stick to this way for now. So cook in that, and then you could do the tadka separate later on, and it makes it taste nice and fresh when you do it later on anyway. And most of the dals are done like this. So let's see what happens. Okay, so now it's come to the boil. I'm going to put it on a low to medium heat because I have to keep an eye on it. If you put it too low, it could red lentils kind of get soft really, really quickly. So I'm going to leave it on a more of a medium heat and just keep an eye on it. And cover it slightly, but not fully, because it'll just erupt. Okay, so it's done now. So it's a slight watery consistency, a bit of water in there. And I always leave the water in there because once you've done all the tadka to it and everything, overnight it's going to suck the water up even more, and then it's going to become really like stodgy. So anyway, that's done. Don't worry about the colour too much, because once you put the chilies and tadka in it, it's going to taste really nice. Okay, so now I'm going to do the tadka. Add in the butter, and the other thing you need for the tadka is the garlic, the chilies. I'm putting 2 small medium green chilies. You can put more or less in, and coriander, a bunch of coriander. Something else you can add when you're actually preparing the dal itself is these red chilies. They're really nice, you can put them in, but again that depends on how much chilies you can take. I have to tone it down slightly because of my mother-in-law, but because she can't take too, I mean it's chilly enough, but some people like a bit more kick to it, so you can add that. I'm not going to add any more spices or anything because, to be fair, it's a simple dish and the fresh ingredients give so much aroma and so much taste to it. You don't need to add other spices. So while the butter is nearly melted, I add in the garlic and the chili and the coriander. Just a handful, and already you'll be able to start. Put it on a low to medium heat because you don't want the butter to melt. Already you can smell the aromas. It's the best that I've got to do to any dal. So you can do this to this dal. There's moong dal, you can do the same thing to that. The only 2 dals that I think you can make slightly different, or 3, is red kidney, black eyed, and the split chickpeas. So I'm going to let this cook for a bit. I don't want the garlic to burn, I just want it to cook. Okay, it's been about a minute and it's starting to cook. I don't want the garlic to burn. So I'm going to add in some of the lentils. Bismillah. I'll mix that in. The amount of butter you put in is up to you. I like mine quite buttery. Have smaller portions, I say, because it tastes really nice. But if you're on a diet, you're under low fat, then what I do is I transfer it into the actual pan. Bismillah. And again, once I put it in, I will judge that I've got the right amount of butter in it. Let it all come back to the boil again. Obviously taste it at this point, taste it. If you think there's any garlic less or anything like that, or you need more coriander, you can pop it in there. and the salt you can taste as well. I put in about 1/4 teaspoon more of salt because I like mine a bit salty. You can taste it and do it to taste, but look at it. About the light. So tasty, alhamdulillah. That's done. Nice and easy. Lovely red lentils. Obviously, remember what I said to you, leave it slightly loose because it's going to dry up even further when you take it off the gas. So alhamdulillah.